Atlanta has given us legends, from trap kings to movie stars. But few shine brighter or hit harder than John Whitfield. The world knows him as DC Young Fly. He's a comedian, an actor, a rapper, and a father of three. He's faced fame, tragedy, rumors, and redemption, all while keeping fans laughing through their darkest days. You may think you know his story, but trust me, you don't. This is the journey of the man who roasted his way from Vine to Wild 'N Out, and turned internet fame into an empire. Stick around, because the twists in DC Young Fly's life will leave you speechless. Born May 2, 1992 in Atlanta, Georgia, John Richard Whitfield grew up in the rough neighborhoods of Adamsville. The youngest of 7 kids, his world was a blend of love, laughter, and struggle. His mother was the rock, strong, spiritual, and determined. His father, a preacher, instilled faith and discipline. But young John wasn't always the polished comedian we see today. In fact, as a teenager he was more of a troublemaker than a role model. Life hit him hard when his older brother, Richard, was tragically killed. That loss cut deep and changed everything. Instead of spiraling, John turned to comedy and music as his way out. He started clowning in school, roasting anyone brave enough to step to him. That's where the nickname DC was born, Da Crew, a reminder of his neighborhood squad. But he was about to flip that street name into a global brand. In 2013, DC Young Fly picked up his phone, hit record, and started posting short roast videos on Vine and Instagram. Nobody was safe. Rappers, celebrities, even regular people. He roasted them all with a savage wit that had fans crying with laughter. What made him different? He wasn't just funny, he was fearless. He called out stars like Kevin Hart and Drake, and instead of getting shut down, he got noticed. His videos went viral, racking up millions of views. Overnight, DC became the internet's roast king. But roasting wasn't just a gimmick, it was the spark that lit a career about to explode. In 2015, Nick Cannon brought DC Young Fly onto MTV's Wild 'N Out. And from the very first episode, fans knew he was different. Quick with comebacks, fearless with punchlines, DC became the face of a new era for the show. He wasn't just a cast member, he became a star. His energy was raw, his jokes unfiltered, and his roasting unmatched. Fans tuned in just to see him. By the time he had cemented himself as a Wild 'N Out legend, DC was already branching out. Music, movies, hosting gigs, he was proving he was more than just a funny guy. He was a brand. DC Young Fly's hustle didn't stop at comedy. Hollywood came calling. He appeared in Almost Christmas 2016, How High 2 2019, and the reboot of House Party in 2023. His versatility shocked critics, because he wasn't just funny, he could act. On television, he landed roles in Grownish and Black Mafia Family, BMF. And in 2024 he took a bold leap, playing Spooky in Outlaw Posse. From Vine clips to serious Hollywood sets, DC proved he could do it all. But his biggest win? Taking comedy back to its roots. DC headlined sold-out stand-up shows across the country, shutting down spots like the Comedy Store in LA and Arlington Improv. The boy from Adamsville was now commanding stages that once seemed untouchable. But the internet star-turned-actor wasn't done building. Alongside Chico Bean and Carlos Miller, DC launched the 85 South Show. What started as a comedy podcast turned into a cultural phenomenon. The chemistry? Unmatched. The jokes? Relentless. The reach? Massive. They even scored a Netflix special, 85 South, Ghetto Legends. Suddenly, DC wasn't just riding the wave of comedy, he was shaping it. Behind the laughter was a love story that touched millions. DC Young Fly met Ms. Jackie O, a former Wild 'N Out model and entrepreneur. Their chemistry was undeniable. Together they built a beautiful family, daughters Nova and Nala and their son, Prince Nehemiah. Fans adored them. They were young, vibrant, successful, and seemed unstoppable. But in 2023 tragedy struck. Jackie O passed away unexpectedly, leaving DC devastated. For a moment the joke stopped. The stage went dark. And the world saw DC not as a comedian, but as a man grieving the love of his life. Yet even through heartbreak he stood strong for his children. He returned to the stage, the mic, and the spotlight, turning pain into purpose, laughter into healing. It was proof that behind every joke was a man carrying incredible weight. In September 2025, social media nearly broke when rumors spread that DC Young Fly had died in a car crash. Fans panicked, tributes poured in, but it was all fake. DC shut the rumors down and stepped back into the public eye stronger than ever. It was a reminder of two things: how fragile life is and how big his impact has become. Because when millions of people believe the internet lost you, it means you're a cultural force. Today, DC Young Fly sits on an estimated net worth of several $1,000,000. His money comes from stand-up tours, film roles, TV shows, music and podcasting. But he doesn't flaunt it like many stars. He invests in family, in legacy, and in lifting others up. Yes, he's stylish, yes, he's successful, but he always circles back to his roots. From Adamsville to Hollywood, he carries Atlanta with him everywhere he goes. So who is DC Young Fly? The roast king? The actor? The grieving partner? The father of three? The truth is, he's all of it. A man who turned pain into power, jokes into a career, and loss into legacy. But here's the real question. After surviving tragedy, conquering Hollywood, and proving his resilience, what's next? One thing is certain. Whatever DC Young Fly does, the world will be watching and laughing with him.